Hey Captains, today I want to show you a new proof way to level through missions. Sinking ships of a higher rate than your ship gives you an experience boost and levels you up pretty damn well. Trouble is, most of the new players will lose a fight to even the same rate ship, let alone fighting a higher level AI. The method that I will show you will allow you to accomplish high level missions with no sweat at all. I won't lie to you, it's boring, but it's new proof and will allow you to sink ships of 2 rates above yours. Anybody can do it, and you don't even need to know how to control your sails manually. You just beat your, let's say, you just beat your tutorial exam, and you can now command 280 crew. This means that you can undercrew a Trincomalee. The idea is that you start taking fifth-rate missions where you need to sink only one third-rate AI ship, which is 2 rates above your Trincomalee. It does not matter what your trink is made of, but a bit of more armor is always good. So my recommendation will be to either taking teak white oak or live white oak ships, maybe white oak, whatever. Also, tranks allow to put 32-pounder carronades on both decks, which gives you a tremendous amount of firepower. This will help you to finish your mission faster. But this method will work on almost any fifth-rate ships, providing they have enough penetration to make a hole in a third-rate ship. After you have reached the next level of 380 crew, which will happen by doing only 4 of those missions, you will be able to sail 4th rate that you will be using to level all the way to your highest rank. My recommendation, though, will be to stay with the trank for a while until you open all the ship knowledge slots on it. Then move to either another 5th-rate ship that you will be using a lot in the open world PvP, or move to a 4th-rate missions, killing 2nd-rate AI. Again, same story. Keep using those ships that you want to unlock the knowledge slots for. As you can see, I will be using an Ingemerland. It is nothing special, just a blue 3 upgrades teak white oak ship. I did put on upper deck and middle decks all carriers that with low deck longs gives me 32-pounder firepower all the way around. Again, you don't have to do it, you can go with all longs, it doesn't really matter. On upgrades I put extra penetration, so less balls will bounce. Again, you don't have to do it. Even better if you put some repair upgrades, and if you already open some knowledge slots, put expert carpentry and maybe another carpenter. Anything that will help you to repair faster will be great. It will just cut down. It doesn't mean your survivability, it just means that you're going to cut down the time needed for your to finish your mission. So you get your ship ready, you got to take a lot of repairs, you need them. I'll take about 100 on 4th rate and 60 for rigs because you rarely get your sails or mast shot by AI, and take some rum as well. Now, taking the missions, you'll see there's only one 4th rate. Again, for 5th rate, it's the same thing. Click on that, you need to kill one ship, but right now it gives you only 5th rank. So you need to find the mission that will kill 3rd rate. I'm taking 4th rate, so I need to get the one that kills one 2nd rate. There's none of those existed. Right now I'm in Newb, so you're gonna keep taking them until you take the right one. Keep taking them and delete them until you take the right one. So you just delete them from your journal, go back to your missions. Here they appeared again, 3 4th ranks. It's different, but it's not what we want. And go back and delete them. It's not going to take long until you get the right one. There you go, there's a 3rd rate and there's a 2nd rate. So I'm going to take the 2nd rate, 2 rates above. Just double check. Kill 1 4th rate. Yep. Do it from the port that is not normally infested by Genghis. So as soon as we come out from Newb, here's the mission. And we're all ready. Okay, arriving to the mission, you want to position, just a quick tip, you want to position your ship backwards, pointing towards the port that you just left. Same direction where you're going to go after you finish the mission. Reason why you want to do that, when you come out in the open world, there's a slight chance that you will be ganked by other players. And you really want, while you're loading in the loading screen, all you want to do is just smash those W button, putting the sails all the way up. So you don't need to turn your ship and look for the right direction. So you already know it's facing the right direction when you exit the mission. Okay, and now we're going in. Straight away we want to load chains in your stern and bow guns. So your front and rear guns, put chains on. And so what we're doing is, right now we are, if you look at bottom left corner of your HUD, HUD, you will see that we are on the beam ridge. So the wind travels through our ship perpendicular. Same as for the other ship. What we want to do is go face to face, and the first, well, I'll do it this way. You can go on his right side, I go into the wind and go onto his left side. What you want to do is keep close to the ship, go face to face. So when AI ship is facing you, so it's not, so he's basically on a chase mode. There's two modes that I've noticed that AI is doing, either chase mode or killing mode. The killing mode is he's trying to turn broadside to you and fire some cannons. Chase mode is when he's facing directly to you. So you start moving straight to him, and then you go either left or right, just slightly off. So you can see that I'm still moving in the same direction, but my starboard side of the ship, I'm going to pass his ship pretty much in a very close proximity. You have to be very careful not to collide with him. As soon as you collide with him and your speed goes below 3.5, he will rage board you, and you will always lose the boarding. The idea is you go face to face, you build up enough speed, make sure you fire from the bow, put it on parallel, you fire from bow to stern, and you go face to face, and because you're so close, it takes a longer time for him to start firing the broadside, and you will miss most of it. Sometimes he will fire full broadside, and that's when you need to repair. Look how much damage I've done and how much damage you've done to me. Nothing. Simply because I was too close to him, and he fired a weapon, he fired a cannon, and he just didn't have enough time to react and fire a next cannon. So that's because the AI will fire. I think that's because AI will fire first cannon just to aim, make sure it's aiming in the right direction, and then it will fire all the rest of the cannons. But by the time they fire the first cannon, you're already gone. So it does not happen all the time. Also, there will be times when you're passing them a little bit too close, too far away, and he will not have enough time to fire pretty much the full broadside. Also, in this case, when he's turning behind you, it's actually pretty good, because after that he will simply follow you. So he's stacking, and that gives you time to run away. So you want to keep going on the same direction. You saw as soon as I passed him, I fired to his sails. I actually forgot to fire the front chasers to take his sails out. Don't forget that, because slower he is, faster you will be making the distance. So if he's done enough damage, make sure you repair your rudder, because you will need to have that turning. As soon as you run away, Just watch him. He will start following you. If he goes on the other broadside to, so he hasn't even finished firing all his guns. Now he's on the chase mode. That gives you a good indication that he's going to be simply chasing you. When he's directly facing you, so he's not turning left or right, he's directly facing you, and his sails will go to chase you for the faster speed. That's when it's safe to turn around and start facing them again, approaching them again. See, he's turned his sail, so he's on the chase mode. Just wait a little bit. That's it. Now we can turn around. You don't have to use your manual sailing, but it will help you to turn around faster. I'm not going to go through manual sailing tutorial. There's plenty of tutorials online, but I might make one separately. So I didn't hit any repair right now because I didn't need to. I just repaired my rudder, so it helps me to turn faster. Again, you don't have to use your manual sailing. You could create more distance and then turn. Now, you can go and do exact same thing now. Do keep in mind he's going to be on your windward side, which means you're leaning away from him. The wind pushing you to the left, and you're leaning away from him. That means that when you will be passing him, your cannon's going to be pointing up. See, I can't. That's it. It doesn't go to horizon level. So what you need to do is make sure, same thing. You're pointing. You make sure that your starboard side. So you're gonna have to stay on one side. Keep damaging just one side. So make sure you're approaching it on the right, on the correct damage side. And what you want to do is depower. Press T. You can see at the bottom left, you're depowering. That means that taking off your stay sails, and that's going to straighten your ship, so you actually can fire lower. But what you also could do is line up your sails with the wind, and that's going to lower your ship even further. And fire again. Again, same thing. You've done all that damage, and he didn't have enough time. Now you turning because of the wind, and you can turn with the wind. There's a good opportunity for you to fire a broadside of your other broadside to cause more damage. He actually fired. You can see that one of his side is actually empty. What I would do, I would just stay and walk away on an extreme angle. You can see on the map, if he fires at you, he will fire more than 45-degree angle, which means you will bounce most of the shots. See, the splashes in the water, that means your ship is bouncing a lot of shots. And I don't really have my armor taking out. What you want to do is take your top deck and the middle deck, because that's your carronades, and they're probably not going to penetrate from this distance. And we're waiting for him to fire. Now he fired all his guns. We're going to finish turning, and give him a broadside of our 12 cannons. Yes, we did take a little bit of damage. That's fine. Fire first shot. Yep, penetrates. Go. And then turn away again. Put your sails up. Cancel the power. And just walk away. Now you don't have to repair. But so go all the way and on the other side of the wind. About 180 degree. And basically walk away from the fight. At the same time, you can hit the repair. And that's basically it. This is your entire... this is how you would take the ship. It only took me 9 minutes, and I'm already down to 1/3 of his armor. At the beginning, you probably might take you up to an hour to kill an AI ship doing this. But with a little bit more experience, you should be able to finish them in about half an hour. Again, we're waiting for him to start following us. We want to go on complete beam reach. So you start being straight behind us while we're doing beam reach. The reason for that is when you turn, you want to have enough time to maneuver, otherwise you'll be going into against the wind too much. So we want them to be behind us when we do beam reach. Now once you get better, you will be able to complete these missions by simply stern camp him, stay on his stern side and kill his structure instead of killing his damaging his sides. But this method here doesn't require a lot of skills, a lot of sailing skills. So make sure you stay on his weaker side, because sometimes he will start turning away just to get a little bit more speed momentum, and if you are a little bit to the left, too much to the left, he will start showing you his port side, his left side, turning around clockwise direction and basically hiding his weak side from you. You don't want that, so you want to stay on that side. So be careful, don't depower your sails too early, because you'll lose a lot of speed. So I just depowered right in the front of him. Okay, you've done a lot of damage to me, a lot of damage. The reason for that is because I was going against the wind and I didn't have enough speed. But sometimes he will fire, which is fine. If you are good with manual sailing, you will have enough time to turn around. Make sure you fire from your stern, keep on parallel, and fire. And then, simply because you had the wind, you can turn with the wind, and then go the other way, even though this side is still in a good condition. So you want to sail away quickly, increase the angle at which most of his shots will bounce. Now, don't go all the way on the other side just yet. Just hang around there, so you would unleash most of his, because he's almost reloaded. If you go all the way on the other side, you will expose your weaker side. Now, I'll have repair in a minute and a half. That's good. See, this way he bounced most of his shots. He hasn't finished yet. So I want to increase the distance. Boom. He bouncing a lot of shots of me. That's good, because the angle is extreme. I'm not going directly away from him, exposing my stern too much. But that angle is quite sharp angle. So it's time for me to go on the other side of the wind and just sail away from him. Actually, I'm already sailing away from him, which is good. And now you can keep going away and wait for repair, timer to cool down, and you can repair, and you can repeat, and he can't repair, but you can. And once you kill his structure, he'll start sinking. And that's it. Sometimes you will have to approach on some funny angles, so you want to protect your side. So when you're approaching his broadside like this, he's likely to fire. Just be patient, start turning. He's well into structure. Beautiful. Don't take another risk. He hasn't fired all his guns. Just walk away. He's already started taking water. Basically you can sail away from now, and it will take him a while to sink. And you look at the map, you see the angle that's going to bounce. So you want to wait. You want to wait for a good moment of opportunity. The flatter it is, the better. See, you can't even fire his lower their guns anymore. And this is doing no damage. And there you have it. Now let's see how much experience you get on the end of it. Leave battle, pay attention to how much experience we get. And now we hit W. So we put sails up, we're already facing the port. We just got 2.2 thousand experience, 40,000 reals, and 4.2 thousand experience. Doing same missions on a 5th rate gives you roughly about 13 to 1800 experience. So basically you need 4 or 5 missions to level up from 280 crew to 380 crew. After 380 crew, you need 12,000 to level up to 500. So 12,000 divide 2,200. You only need to complete 6 of those missions to level up again. Which you can easily done within a day. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I wish you all the best, guys. Thank you.